Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out and reviewing 4 new products from Urban Decay, and they're all for eyebrows. They're calling them the Street Style Brow, and they're releasing 4 new products in 7 different colors. So they sent me the entire line in PR, and but the video isn't sponsored. I just thought I'd try them because I know that so many people are looking for solutions for the eyebrows, especially at our age. You guys know eyebrows are having a moment, and the bigger the better, right? But as we age, a lot of times your eyebrows just get sparse, you stop growing eyebrow hair, or through over plucking, your eyebrows just are not what they used to be. There's one that you can kind of mimic the look of a microbladed brow. There's a putty to powder kind of thing. There's a couple of standard gels. And then the 4th one is a volumizer with primer and color combined. They also sent me postage and individual mailers so that for the colors that I'm not going to use, I can gift them to my viewers. So I think we'll probably do that over on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, here's my Instagram handle. You can go find me over there and we'll do a little giveaway of the 6 other shades that I'm not using in the video today. And the 7 colors are right here in this brochure. So there's Taupe Trap, that's the one that I'm going to use. Then they have Ginger Snap, Brown Sugar, Cafe Kitty, Brunette Betty, a Neutral Nana, and they have a Dark Drapes. The prices are from $21 up to $29 for the different products. So I've been using all the products for the last week. I did record one day using each of the products separately. All right, the one that I was most curious about is the one that I used first. That was the Brow Blade. And this guy is a dual-ended product. It's got a pencil on one side, like a microfine pencil on one side, and then it has an ink stain in a felt tip brush on the other side. And this is the one that's supposed to be able to mimic the look of microbladed brows. On the ink pen side, it's got this nice, really super fine tipped point ink pen, and then on the pencil side, it's got a really fine tipped brow pencil. The top 2 are the ink stain, and the bottom one is the brow pencil. So let me bring the footage in from the other day when I used this, and I will let you know what I think of it. So let's go ahead and try the Brow Blade. Create a flawless brow that looks microbladed without the tattooed commitment. This 2-step brow styler allows you to draw on super defined polished arches. Use the waterproof pencil to define the center and tail end of the brow, or just fill in sparse areas. Apply the precise brush-tipped brow stain to create hair-like strokes. Application tip: apply stain to clean skin, as inks can interact with other products and cause the color to shift. Uh-oh, I have makeup on. Let's go with the pencil first. All right, let's try the brow stain. Right, it's good, but you have to be very, very precise. All right, I felt like those marks looked pretty obvious, so I just went through with a spoolie and softened them up a little bit. So now it's just more like a stain on my skin, kind of behind the hairs. I think that looks better. So the Brow Blade was the product that I was most excited about, especially for drawing those individual little hair-like strokes. But unfortunately, of the entire group, it was the product that I was kind of most disappointed in. I just wasn't that great at drawing individual brush strokes. Mine ended up having like little blobs where the brush first hit my skin and then a little stroke, and so the blobs just looked really kind of messy. Anyway, I wasn't really happy with my ability to control it. That is nothing against the product, it's just that I wasn't able to put it on. And I felt like it was going to take a lot of practice for me to be able to get the nice kind of brush strokes that I was hoping to get. The brush is a little bit long and it's a little bit bendy, so I feel like if it was just a little bit stiffer, it would be able to make those more hair-like strokes without the little blobs. So what I ended up doing with the ink stain is more just kind of filling in between where I had made the strokes because I thought they looked a little weird, and then going over it with the spoolie, and that kind of softened the edges and softened the lines. And after that, I kind of liked how it looked because it was just a stain of color behind where my hairs are a little bit sparse, and I thought it looked pretty good. The pencil is very tiny. It kind of walks the right fine line between not too hard and not too creamy, so it's not going everywhere, but it's not like impossible to see any color payout. So it actually worked very well. Probably not something that I will reach for again, but a great idea, and if you like the idea of an ink stain and can make better lines than me, then it might be a really good one for you to give a try to. Then the next product that I tried was the Brow Endowed, which is the volumizer primer on one end and brow color on the other end. The middle part here contains both of the brushes. So you have brow gel on one side and then you have a brow primer on the other side. So this is the tinted brow gel here, and this is the color of the primer. So the way I applied this is I started back combing my brows first to get the product on the backs. I like to work wet to wet, so I'm going to do this one wet to wet. So that is a little bit whitish. Wow, I really like that. That has pumped up and defined like each individual brow hair, and the color has colored my gray hairs. So I started off with a couple little gray hairs right in here, and they're not gray, and look at how well defined those hairs are. It's making them look so big, like compared to how they are without. Let me go ahead and do the other eye. Yeah, I think you wouldn't want to wait for this to dry because it definitely gets kind of stiff. Okay, so where that first brow went on really easily, I'm making a big mess out of this one. See, I've gotten the color here and under here, and it's really clumpy. Let me see if I can fix this up. How easy or hard it is to remove. Uh-oh. It really seems stuck to my skin, but hold on, I may have just the product for it that I picked up last week in my Sephora haul. It's the Brow Food Chamomile Makeup Eraser Pen. So let's see if it works on this. Oh yeah. Okay, so once you get it on there, it's a little hard to get it off, which is a blessing and a curse, of course, because it's good that it stays on there, because once this stuff is in your brows, it is not going anywhere. So I did like the primer. I felt like it did kind of volumize the hairs and make them each look a little bit denser. Then going over it with the brow color, this one was a little bit messy on me. I did kind of get it onto my skin in a few different places. And I think for my type of brows, where I do have some sparse areas, especially at the inner corner, this isn't like the product that I can use and just be like, whoosh, done with my brows. If your brow hairs are good and your eyebrows have a good shape to them and you don't need to do any filling of sparse spots, you just need to kind of pump up the volume on the hairs that you have, then this is more the product for you. So then today I went ahead and used the Double Down Brow and also the Brow Finish, which is the brow gel. There's a clear and there's one called Midnight Cowboy, I think. That one has glitter in it, just so you know. So this is the Double Down Brow Putty, and this is supposed to be like a putty to powder kind of thing. It comes with 2 shades included and a tiny little dual-ended spoolie / angled brush to apply it with. So with the 2 colors, you're supposed to be able to get multi-dimensional brow looks. That's what the 2 colors look like. So anyway, I'm going to pick up the lighter color here at the inner corner. This is a little large for me. I mean, I suppose if you have really big brows that could fit, but I am going to switch over to this guy. And I think I had seen where it said to use the darker color throughout the, through the tail. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Let me spoolie that through. Okay, yeah, I think that guy looks pretty good. Let me go ahead and do the other eyebrow. Okay, I really like this 2 color idea. I think the 2 colors really work well. And so that looks good. Check those out. So there are two different brow gels. One is called Midnight Cowboy and the other is called Ozone. They're both waterproof. I'll use the clear one. Definitely is giving them a nice little gloss. You can see this one is just pretty matte looking, and this guy over here looks nice and glossy. Also darkens it up a little bit. Should I use the glittery one on the other eye? What the heck? Glitter eyebrows. Oh my. Yeah. Glitter brow, baby. But this one looks really good. I really like the regular brow gel, and yeah, it doesn't feel gloopy and hairspray-ish. I'm not going to be able to walk around with glittery eyebrows all day, so I'm just going to take this off a bit. Oh, what have I done? Should have stuck with the original thought, which was not to use the glittery one. Okay, here we go on Operation Redo. I fixed that up as well as I could, got rid of all the glitter. Now I'm going to go in with just the plain one, Ozone. Gosh, shouldn't I know by now? I think, oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to look cute. No. Negative. These were, for me, the most successful of the 4 different products. It's a combination of these two. The brow finish, the brow gel, it doesn't feel really chunky. It doesn't feel really stiff and sticky. It just feels really nice. And I gotta say, it is holding my brows in place. So much so that I noticed that originally I had combed them in place a little bit wrong and I wanted to go fix it. And once it's dry, your brows are set and in place and will not budge. So this is great. This for me is the best brow gel I've ever used. Of the products, these are the ones that I like the best, these two. I really like a brow powder. I think it's a lot easier to use and more forgiving, especially for, you know, older people with the eyesight not being great. But just using this with an angled brush, it worked really, really well. I felt like I could control it. I felt like I got a really good look with my brows, and it was easy to apply, and it is definitely kind of sticking to my skin and not fading throughout the day. And since I've got all the products swatched on the back of my hand, I thought we'd just give it a little squirt with water and see how waterproof they are. So take a look. There's a little before. They all seem to be staying in place pretty well with just a plain squirt of water. Let's see if I tissue them off. How are they now? Yeah, for waterproofness, it looks like the brow blade didn't do so well, but definitely the colored brow gel that comes in the dual-ended thing with the primer, the volumizer, did well, as did the powder and the pencil. As I said in the beginning of the video, Urban Decay did provide all the shades, so I'm giving away all the other 6 shades except for taupe. So if you feel like one of the other shades is your color and you want to give one of these a try, leave me a comment over on Instagram and that will enter you, and I will just pick randomly from there. So that's it for my review on the new collection of brow products from Urban Decay. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you did, give the video a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. So as always, everyone, I thank you so much for your time and really appreciate your watching. So have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.